good morning from Vietnam. Today I'm excited to share a bit about my chapters, which is a part of the Proposed Tourism book. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to Yale University and the Silken Vietnam project for providing me with the opportunity to contribute to this meaningful project and for their initiative in promoting social innovation in tourism and community development. Secondly, my heartfelt thanks go to Professor Michal, Professor Yana, Professor Thomas for their invaluable collaboration, time, and support in editing this chapter. Lastly, I wanted to extend my sincere appreciation to my co-author, Dr. Luong, The-Bao, whose connection and assistance were instrumental in helping me engage closely with the ethnic community in Sapa. Thank you all for your contribution to this rewarding journey. First, let me briefly introduce Sapa and this research. Located in the highlands of Lao Cai, northwest Vietnam, Sapa is famed for its stunning landscapes, welcoming locals and rich cultural diversity. Sapa is resident to varied range of ethnic minorities, including Hmong 54.9%, Yao 25.6%, Kinh 13.6%, Thai 3%, and Yai 1.6%, and others. With the Hmong being the predominant community, traditionally dependent on agriculture and forestry, the Hmong has expanded into tourism and related sectors, while still maintaining their traditional farming and craftsmanship practice. This study explored tourism as a tool for poverty alleviation, focusing on its impact on the local ethnic communities. Through interviews and fieldwork, it identified both challenges and opportunities, highlighting the rapid growth of poor community-based tourism. The findings show that tourism had brought positive change, including increased income, employment opportunities, and community development within the tourism sectors. This study utilized a mixed method approach, including secondary material, interview, and fieldwork. The 46 participants, comprising 32 rice farmers and 14 Kinh lowland individuals working in various roles, were interviewed to understand their roles, opportunities, and challenges in Sapa tourism. Fieldwork was conducted at popular tourist sites, and qualitative analysis techniques such as content and thematic analysis were employed. Findings were compared with existing literature on sustainable tourism development. Following when at on 2021 proposed tourism model, interviews were conducted with the ethnic individuals, focusing on perspectives from three model angles. First, community residents and proposed tourism. Second, local government and proposed tourism, and tourism enterprise and proposed tourism. And to understand the distinction in the roles of the people and ethnic minorities in the global value chains for tourism in Sapa. Global value chain approach has been applied to examine the tourism industry in various places of the world. After analysis, the specific detail of the discussion as follows. The first, opportunities. Tourism activity in Sapa aim to benefit the local people by providing them with the economic opportunity, reducing poverty, and enhancing their livelihoods, such as offering homestay accommodation, providing local guiding service, and showcasing their cultural, traditional, and handicrafts to raise the local population income, living standards, while also preserving their unique cultural heritage and natural resources. Ethnic minority in Sapa strongly believe that tourism directly enhances their life and offer valuable insight into the industry. For social development, tourism in Sapa enhances traditional handicrafts and festivals, providing economic value and cultural preservation. It creates opportunities for local artisans, fostering cultural pride to the world. For environmental development, sustainable tourism practices in Sapa, such as the shift from traditional fuel sources to eco-friendly alternatives, positively impact the local environment. For policy support in Sapa, proposed tourism presents opportunity intertwined with challenges. Government initiatives such as cultural promotion and interest-free loans offer support, but hesitancy due to repayment concern persists among locals. The Commune Women Union Act and the Entrepreneur Bridge, fostering economic empowerment, women empowerment, and plan for training and awareness aligned with sustainable strengths. For tourism enterprise, Sapa Divert Tourism has spurred unique Sapa mountain slope homestay and resorts, seen as the untapped gold mine for the entrepreneurial initiatives, particularly among ethnic communities. This had led to innovative startups, empower women economically, and foster youth economic development. Besides the opportunities, still challenging for the Sapa community. First, challenge persists among the ethnic women, facing the barrier in education and training access, limited them to traditional roles. That's coupled with economic hardship and lead to a poverty cycle in some communities and women empowerment. Can stakeholders play greater importance of tourism for local economic growth compared to ethnic minorities? Venture into homestay investment by ethnic individuals face hurdle due to the financial constraints and hygiene standards, demanding focused support in acquiring knowledge and loan capacities. Technology used in tourism vary among Kin people, foreigners, and ethnic groups. Kin and foreigners excel in online interaction with travel companies, while ethnic minority face technological limitations, relying more on guides. This discrepancy can worsen economic disparities, necessitating a comprehensive approach for equitable community benefits. For Sapa social development, Sapa tourism relies on imported souvenirs for traditional handicraft, often sold at higher prices by some ethnic individuals, misrepresenting them as local products. This practice, driven by the adaptation to tourist demands, led to the commodification and distortion of the local culture and destination. The influence of investment and job-seeking individuals from Delta, including people and foreigners, has led to the erosion of local cultures. For instance, the influence of Western and lowland like Hanoi cultures pose a challenge to the authenticity of local traditions. Local government must navigate this challenge by supporting and encouraging collaboration to preserve authentic festivals, striking a balance between economic gains and cultural issues. For environment issues, the influx of tourists had created environmental challenges, including waste management issues and pollution from the inadequate wastewater treatment. In reality, aligning tourism with environmental goals and minimizing negative social impacts is feasible with the fewer tourists, albeit with lower community income. Efforts are needed to address waste and sanitation issues for sustainable tourism in Sabah. For policy support, the need for inclusive decision-making processes, addressing resource allocation inequities, and combining economic opportunity with the cultural preservation are all challenges. Bridging talent and technology gap, particularly among young entrepreneurs, is critical to success of proposed tourism in Sabah. For tourism enterprise, overcrowding, infrastructure constraints, and strategic resource allocation pose difficulties to sustainable development in Sabah. Among ethnic minority, both government-supported and self-initiative businesses are trends in common. However, given the critical training and skill to young and female entrepreneurs contribute to be the major difficulty. Last but not least, for the global value chain (GVC) of tourism in Sabah, the interviews highlight clear distinction in the roles of Kin people and the ethnic minorities in Sabah tourism. Despite making up 85% of the population, ethnic minorities mostly work as hired laborers or run small businesses like homestays and serve as the local freelance guides and fluctuating incomes, catering to the inbound tourism. Meanwhile, the major investment comes from lowland Kin people, driven by big enterprise groups and individuals from the Delta area. Finally, thank you for listening and thank you all for the great opportunity for collaboration and contributions.